Hi Sagittarius, this is Eileen with your April 2020 Psychic Tarot card reading. And you're starting the month with the Eight of Cups card. You've got a mixture of messages here. You've got some challenges, but then you've got some good outcomes coming up. And some good money cards here. So the trend is positive. First card you have, and this is a general reading, so some of these cards may resonate with you while others do not. If I'm doing a private reading, then I'm just focusing in on your circumstances. And I am reading the meanings of the cards as well as tuning in on a psychic level. So to start with, you have the Eight of Cups card. The cups do typically relate to the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and they relate to feelings and emotions, love, romance, all that sort of thing. The Eight of Cups is saying that you're moving on from a situation that at one time was good for you. So this could be a relationship that has ended and you're looking out over the horizon, making plans for where you're going from here. It's like at one time that was a good situation. It was enjoyable and maybe you were having a lot of fun, but maybe as time went by, it started not looking so good. It lost its luster. Now, in some cases, this has to do with work, with a job situation that you're moving on from that was good at one time. The money was good. You enjoyed working with your coworkers, but it's time to move on. And you can see along the horizon there that it's bright. The sun is coming up. So there's good things for you to move forward towards. So this is really, it's like leaving what's no longer serving you well, leaving it behind to move on to something better. Next card you have is Page of Wands. And the Wands do relate to the fire signs of Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. So this is one of your cards. And the Page of Wands, and Wands typically relate to the area of career, progress, making forward motion. And Page of Wands is an indicator that you're going to be getting some good news regarding something in your work area, your career, business, money, that sort of thing. Now, so if you've been applying for new jobs, applying for a transfer, promotion, whatever, you might find out that you're being selected for whatever it is you've been applying for. So this is a good news card in the way of someone delivering news to you. Now, also the pages as people tend to be younger people, like maybe someone in their 20s or 30ish. So if you're single and looking, this Page of Wands could represent someone that would be in their 20s or 30ish that might come into your life as a friend or possibly a romantic interest. And they could be another fire sign, maybe another Sagittarius, an Aries, a Leo, or they might have a lot of that in their chart. But this is a pretty down-to-earth person. They're fairly confident, nice looking, honest. So if nothing else, it would be a good friendship for you. Next card you have is Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is talking about losing sleep at night, worrying about worst case scenarios. And the message here is take back your power. Step back from your circumstances. Look at the situation objectively and know that whatever you're going through, whoever you're dealing with, that you're very stressed out about, that you don't belong in that situation. There's something better for you up ahead. And in some cases, I feel like this is a work situation where people at work have not been treating you well and treating you like you don't belong, or maybe blaming you for one thing or another, criticizing you. This could also be a living arrangement too, some relationship living arrangement situation. But the thing is, I'm getting, you don't really belong in that environment. So it's kind of like the universe is doing you a favor. You just don't know it right now. This is whatever's going on here, it's going to, you're not supposed to be in those circumstances. You're not supposed to be around those people or in that difficult situation. So somehow you're going to kind of maneuver your way and slip away if you're paying attention and listening to your inner guidance, and you're going to find a much better path for yourself that's going to work out much better, and you're just going to breathe a sigh of relief, like, thank God I'm no longer in that situation. Next card you have is King of Swords. King of Swords. Now, the swords do relate to the air signs of Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So Some of you may be in the position of the King of Swords with the emotions and traits of the King of Swords in the month of April. King of Swords is in a position of authority. Could be a manager or an owner in a workplace. Could be someone even military or police or that sort of thing. But this person can be very critical of other people and be very sharp-tongued also. So if you're in the place of the King of Swords in April, maybe you're getting impatient with people and looking at people around you who aren't doing their share of the work or taking on their share of responsibilities and losing patience. Otherwise, this more likely, because to me this feels so contrary to a fire sign, more likely could be a person that could be around you in the month of April. It could be someone at work, a manager, owner of a business where you work. It could be, I don't know, maybe if you were applying for a loan, for a car loan or a mortgage or something at a lending institution, it could be the person making the decision who's being really critical. And this person more often looks for a reason to say no than looks for a reason to say yes. They're very conservative-minded that way. And not only that, I feel like this person has had some tough breaks themselves in their life, so they don't like to do any favors for other people. They don't want to make things easy on anyone because they had it tough. So they think it's almost like they want to, I don't know, they feel like they've had a tough time in their life, and they kind of like they want to make other people suffer a bit and let them have a tough time too. It's a misery loves company kind of person. So hopefully you're not dealing with this person. But if you are, if there's somebody else you can deal with instead, you're better off doing that. Next card you have is Page of Pentacles. The Pentacles cards are good money cards. The Pentacles do relate to the earth signs of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And Page of Pentacles is saying you're going to be getting some good news about money in April. You might even receive money or receive something of value, maybe a piece of property, maybe an inheritance of some sort, but something of value. It could even be something academic that you're receiving. Maybe you're admitted to a school or a training program or something, or getting the financial aid you need for your academic pursuits. But it does indicate some good news that will be helpful, that you will welcome, some good news. And I am feeling for some Sagittarians that you actually are going to be finding out from someone you're going to be receiving a certain amount of money. You might even be a little surprised, almost like you weren't sure if you were really getting any, or you expected less and you find out you're getting more. It's something like that. It's good news. It's uplifting to you. It makes you feel better. You know, it's really an improvement that way. Okay, next card you have is Five of Cups. Now, this could tie in with this Eight of Cups right above it. The Five of Cups, again, the cups do relate to feelings, emotions, love, that sort of thing. And Five of Cups is talking about someone getting their feelings hurt, getting their heart broken, and being upset about probably a personal relationship. And this is a minor arcana card. This is going to pass. And in some ways, it feels and seems like it's, maybe you might be overreacting to something. It could be you get your feelings hurt real bad by some people. But maybe you feel like you've been left out, or maybe you feel like they betrayed you. Maybe you feel like they didn't include you, or they don't care about you as much as you thought they did. And so you get your feelings hurt pretty bad. But it's something that's going to pass, okay? And it could, for some Sagittarians, tie in with that Eight of Cups, where maybe there was a relationship that at one time was pretty good, and then you maybe find out things about that person that you realize is not the right person, and maybe you invested a lot of your feelings into the relationship, but you need to move on. So, but the next card you have is Nine of Wands. And the Wands, again, do relate to the fire signs. They relate to the area of career, progress, work. Nine of Wands is talking about working really hard and being exhausted. Had to get a drink of my water. So, and the fire signs are hard-working people anyway. So we just tend to do that. I'm a fire sign. I'm Aries, but my rising is Sagittarius. So, you know, sometimes we take on more than we can accomplish, or we, you know, look at a job or a situation or a project and you assume it'll take way less time than it takes or something along those lines. So you could just be pretty tired. Maybe you've been working long hours at your job, or maybe you're working and going to school. Maybe you work and then you have responsibilities at home and that sort of thing. So it could be that you're just feeling like, oh my God, when does this end? But you're very strong. You're going to get through this. It's challenges, and everybody's having challenges right now with the way things are going in the country and the world. There's a lot of challenges. A lot of people are staying home, but there are still people that are out there having to work long hours. The people working in the medical businesses and the people who work at the supermarkets and everything. I mean, there's a lot of people who are still having to put in long hours and work hard. But whatever your circumstances are, you might be feeling exhausted, but you're very strong. You're going to keep going. You're going to get to your destination. The advice of that card, the Nine of Wands, is step back, look at your circumstances objectively, see if there's any work that you can delegate or responsibilities, or maybe streamline in some way to catch up on your sleep. Give yourself a break and rest here and there. Next card you have is Knight of Swords. And the swords do, again, relate to the air signs of Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Now, Knight of Swords is talking about something that changes abruptly somewhere by the end of April. It just, all of a sudden, there's all this upheaval, this turbulence, and it can be very stressful. But after the dust settles, it's a change for the better. And then you have this last two cards, the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. These are great cards here for success and money and prosperity and taking charge in your life. So it could be there's some things just unfolding, because there's some stressful cards here. It could be some things are unfolding under the surface, and all of a sudden there's an abrupt change that brings about better conditions for you. Now, in some cases, somebody might be moving. Maybe you were waiting to find a place to move to rent or to buy or whatever, or you were waiting to sell a home or something, and things have been quiet, and then all of a sudden it's there. It's like whatever it was you were waiting on, it's available, and you have to act really quick. Or it could be some other set of circumstances, maybe something in your workplace where things were kind of in a lull, and then all of a sudden you got to take off and go really quick and do a lot of work and get busy. In some cases, you've been applying for jobs. Maybe sometime the job is in a different city or something, or just a completely different scenario from what you were doing before. And you find out all of a sudden you've got that job and you've got to make changes really fast. So it can feel stressful. It can feel like a lot of upheaval, but after the dust settles, things are a lot better, and you're happy about your changes for the better after your struggles you've had and your challenges. Now, this could also represent a person on the romantic side that could come into your life in April, and it could be someone who is an air sign, like an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or has a lot of that in their chart. If so, this person could, as quick as they come into your life, could exit your life, okay? Because it's fast, it's quick. They could come up out of nowhere. You start getting to know them, and then all of a sudden they disappear. So, like one of these people, everything's you're kind of getting to know each other, and everything seems to be okay, and then they say, okay, I'll call you later, and you don't hear from them or something. It could be something like that. Next card you have is the Emperor. Emperor, now, this is a major arcana destiny card. The Emperor is successful. He has worked hard to get where he is, but he's in a strong position emotionally, psychologically, financially. He's real good at looking at the big picture, making good decisions. He might be self-employed, or he might hold a high position of management or some influential position of some sort. This could be you in the place of the Emperor by the end of April. You could be feeling a lot better and just taking charge and feeling a lot more confident if you're self-employed, or if you have a job working for a company. You could get some renewed sense of confidence and strength inside of yourself by late April, where you're enjoying your abundance, enjoying your prosperity, and all that you've built for yourself through your own hard work over time. Now, I always advise everybody learn about the law of attraction, because a lot of people are going to be saying, no, that's not me, I'm having a hard time. But what you want to do and with the law of attraction is to put out that kind of energy that spells prosperity. That means success, prosperity, confidence, strength. Because when you put out good energy in your feelings, your emotions out into the universe will duplicate that in some shape or fashion for you in the way of your circumstances. So the more you feel prosperous, successful, regardless of if you have a penny in the bank, the universe will match that. So you don't want to be fearful and worried or have bad feelings or whatever. The more you're feeling confident, like you're in the flow, like you have faith, you trust that the money will keep coming in. Last card, Ace of Pentacles. This is talking about new beginnings financially. So a lot of Sagittarians, you're either self-employed or you're going to become self-employed, or you've got some really good ideas about what you want to do in your career. You might be in sales and working on commission, and you just get really inspired between this Emperor card and this Ace of Pentacles card, and you are ready to go regardless of what's going on in the economy. Because even when there's a recession, there's always people who do well and make money. There's a lot of people who don't, but there's always people who are doing well. So you have to be in that right frame of mind. And Sagittarius, you're an fire sign. The fire signs are very enthusiastic. We don't want to be down. We don't want to be depressed. We like to be enthusiastic. We like to make a fresh start tomorrow. You know, there's always tomorrow. You get up and you make a fresh start and go out there and go after what you want. You make a new plan. And that's what you're doing by the end of April. You're firming up a new, better plan for yourself. So if you've had some challenges along the way with all these economic conditions and things we have going on right now, somehow under the surface, bubbling under the surface, you've got things going on in your subconscious that you are going to bring forward by the end of April to start putting your plans into action for however you're going to tweak things or make a whole new start, whatever it is you're revamping. And you're going to have the confidence, the inner strength to go forward and make your dreams come true. Okay, now let's see. This deck I've been using, this is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. And what I want to do now is pick one card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Doreen Virtue. And if you like my videos, be sure and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos. Check your rising moon signs also. I know I'm Aries and my rising sign is Sagittarius. And feel free to leave your comments. I'll welcome your comments. If anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Okay, so Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, what is your message for Sagittarius for the month of April? Let me fan these out. What's your message for Sagittarius for April? Oh, I like this. Music for manifesting. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. I agree with that, because sometimes when I have been listening to music that I really love, like maybe I put on some CDs or some kind of music that I really identify and I really enjoy, it brings so much joy to my heart that I just feel like it's magical. It creates magic. So I totally agree with that. Okay, next I'm going to pick one card from what is this? Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. Okay, Spirit Animals, what's your message for Sagittarius? What is your message for Sagittarius? I'll give it one more shuffle. Okay, let me fan these out. Okay, and these cards are always sticking together. Oh, this is sweet. Okay, this is Dear Spirit. Look how sweet. Look at those beautiful eyes. How adorable. I want to hug and kiss that deer. So sweet. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. How adorable. I love that. Well, the fire signs can be kind of aggressive sometimes, so I think that's nice advice. Bring a gentle touch. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to pick one card from Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. So angels, what is your message for Sagittarius for April? What is your message for Sagittarius for the month of April? Okay, I'm going to give it one more shuffle. Fan these out. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is Angel Rosetta. It's a sweet picture, too. You have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. Okay, Angel Rosetta, you have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. That's a nice message to end on. Okay, Sagittarius, well, I hope you're happy with your reading for April. Be sure and subscribe, hit the notification bell, check your rising moon sign videos. Feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. If anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Have a wonderful April, happy spring, and we'll talk again soon.